Good afternoon. Welcome. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm Josh Schimmels, publisher and CEO of the Los Angeles Business Journal. It's an honor to be hosting our 16th annual Best Places to Work Awards. And I'll tell you, we've been doing this for a long time, and it's always really exciting to see new companies that make the list, to learn about them. We love watching many return to the list, sometimes at a higher position, sometimes at a slightly lower position, but still a best company to work for. And then there are the rare companies who have made the list nearly every year, which is pretty amazing. Today, we salute all of you, 16-timers, first-timers, everybody in between. It's not an easy feat, especially considering the environment that we're in, which makes the honor today that much more meaningful. We were talking to some of our panelists and our sponsors before this, and while we're all definitely excited, we were excited to be meeting in person today to honor each of you, and we're maybe a little disappointed that we aren't in that format. We are still extremely appreciative to be able to be celebrating you from our homes, our offices, and based on a lot of the surveys that we've seen from employers, even from vacation rentals out of state, vacation rentals overseas, and many of whom are in permanent positions out of state because of the new norms that have been put into place. Companies have adapted. So wherever you may be tuning in from today, we honor the very best places to work in Los Angeles. We recognize them for their excellence and for setting the bar high for what great experiences can be, and really should be, if you think about it, with the right effort, the right leadership, and the right innovations in a company. It seems that, each year we do this event, the bars are set higher. This year is no exception. Now more than ever, companies are having to be more thoughtful. They're having to be more creative. They're having to be increasingly more purposeful about the ways that they engage with their employees. And I'm proud to share with each of you that out of the nearly 250,000 businesses in LA County, the companies we're unveiling today represent the top 100, the very best of the best. Okay, let me tell you how today's going to break down. We're going to begin with a 30-minute panel conversation. It's a chance for us to hear from a few experts on what's working, maybe a few things that aren't working within companies and how we can adapt to those. And we're going to talk about how cultures are playing into work performances and the output that companies are seeing. We're going to be discussing culture, diversity, equity, and inclusion, new company initiatives, what new innovations in the areas of culture management and creation have generated, and also take a look at how companies can support their employees today and keep them involved. After that panel, we're going to go right into the rankings of our top 100 companies. Like we did last year, we split the list up into 3 categories based on company size: small, medium, and large, and that's based on the number of employees. I want to thank those of you who submitted questions during the registration. It's allowed us to help us to shape the conversation for today's panels, and so we were able to interject many of those questions into our Q&A. During the panel, you're also going to see live audience poll questions pop up on your screen. So when you see that, we encourage you, we ask you to participate, share your experiences, tell us what you're seeing at your company, and then we'll publish these results online next week. All right, before we start, I want to thank our sponsors. They have continued to support this program for many years. They continue to support it regardless of the format because they understand the importance of recognizing workplace excellence. So many thanks first to our partner and diamond sponsor, returning again, Marsh & McLennan Insurance Agency. Thank you to our 2 platinum sponsors, Montage Insurance Solutions and Roth Staffing Companies. I also have to thank all of our gold sponsors who joined us today: Buchalter, Children's Bureau, Sidcor, Dermavant, Mankind, Prologis, and Reigns Feldman. Thank you all so much for supporting this program, for supporting great places to work, and of course, for supporting our general community of business. All right, we've got a lot of great things to talk about, so I'm going to introduce right now our panel. Please welcome Abigail Horn, Director, Talent Acquisition with Mission Cloud Services; George Panteris, Market Vice President, Roth Staffing Companies; Denon Simpson, CEO, Montage Insurance Solutions; and today's moderator, Stacy Hubbard, Principal Associate Managing Director, Los Angeles Marsh & McLennan Insurance Agency. Stacy, welcome. Thank you guys for supporting this event once again.
Thank you, Josh. It is an honor to be part of Los Angeles Business Journal Best Places to Work for 2022. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's kick off the conversation with a question to the group. What are some of the challenges companies are facing regarding culture, and how might they overcome them? Denon, let's start with you. Denon, are you muted?
Forgot already. There I am.
There you go.
Okay. I'm very excited all by myself. I'm very excited about the challenges. I think they make us really come into work and be fruitful in what we're, the solutions that we're coming up with. But right now it's really finding talent here in Southern California. So Montage, we've expanded beyond California and hiring our tech people from other states. And they're very excited. So that's wonderful. It's one area. Another challenge, I think, is the meta global brands, Facebook, Microsoft, Epic Games, Apple, even Google and Twitter, and what was tweeted out about, you've got to come back to work or you're fired, right? So I think those are the things that cause us all to pause. And everyone from CEOs, supervisors, our teams, every employee, we're all looking at this to see what are they doing. However, I really think how we overcome that is being uniquely our own company and what works for us. When Google went to all cubicles, the open spaces, a lot of companies went that way. I'm really pleased we have private offices for everyone. So that made it easier for people to return back to work. So I think it's just being, on the cutting edge for your own environment, working for the community, listening to your employees is really how we overcome these and retain. That's it. That's why LA Business Journal, this Best Places to Work, being on this list is important to me. It is very important to me. So thank you.
Thank you, Denon. And on to George.
Yeah, Rot Staffing kind of went to the virtual model when the pandemic hit. So I'm going to give you kind of a different perspective of the virtual world that we live in today. I'm often asked, how do you guys go about sustaining your culture remotely? And the biggest thing we do is we connect with each other. We keep that at the forefront of our actions. So our values and beliefs are what closes the gap of distance amongst each other. So from weekly town hall meetings on innovation, performance, and sales tactics to, incorporating fun company-wide activities that are done virtually. We have our Roth Recess program where we have lip sync battles, cooking challenges, fitness challenges, scavenger hunts. So a little something for everyone. We encourage those team building activities, and we're creating a feeling of belonging for our coworkers throughout all of our actions. And we take a great deal of pride in that. So, all else, it's about communication, transparency is the key to overcoming the challenges of not being in the office. And me personally, I feel closer today with my coworkers than I ever have before.
Fantastic. And Abigail, same question.
Yeah, thank you, Stacy. I want to be a part of the lip sync battle, George. Just going to throw that out there. Listen, I think it's important to say that a company's culture is an evolution and it's a balance. For mission, we are a high growth company. So right now we're challenged with how do we meet the needs of the folks that have been here a long time? And is what we're doing currently enticing to folks that are on the market? Are they going to come and join us? Do they like what we're doing? for a different company, maybe it's how you adapt to a more remote friendly environment. I think it's important to first identify what you want your culture to look like and what that balance is. For us, culture is everything. So much of the work that our people and culture team does here at Mission is to, so we can maintain and of course build upon our culture, is powered by our team's feedback. And we're definitely not afraid to try new things to support our people. An example of that would be future of work testing. So, we have heard from our people that they want to try out a 4-day work week. That's a big lift, right? To make that shift. So, but we hear them. We want to give it a shot. So we're doing future of work testing right now. We're starting by implementing some guilt-free breaks every single day of the week, as well as having focus Fridays where there are no meetings at all whatsoever. It's still fresh and new. We're still getting used to things. But once we figure this round of testing out, we're going to gather some data, get some feedback from the team, and see if we can move forward at the next phase, which is possibly trying out a full-on 4-day work week. So, I think sometimes it might feel uncomfortable, but it's worth trying it out if it's what your people want.
Love Focus Friday. Okay, George, work from home, hybrid, and in-office options remain hot topics in the workplace. How has your company dealt with employees' varying needs in this particular area?
Well, first of all, we're going to make sure Abigail is on the next lip sync challenge. So let's get that out there. But to say we were prepared for the work from home model would be a false statement. We had to adapt and adjust to the times. And obviously, what we did was we empowered our coworkers to make that decision. So they were surveyed and we asked them for their feedback. Do they want to continue to work at home? Do they want to go back into the office? And our senior leadership team prioritized our health and safety. And, we were rewarded with our best year yet as an organization. So, additionally, we do offer our coworkers a 980 schedule in which they have every other Friday off just to decompress and enjoy the treasures outside of the office. And, I'd like to say life at Roth is full of fun, laughter, positivity, and respect at the end of the day when it comes to our culture.
Fantastic. All right, Denon, what role does a manager or even the executive team play in their relationships with their reporting staff and the company culture?
Well, I want to say everything. It's just like George spoke about. It's really about the mission and the values. The supervisors, you need supervisors as we have that are on board with the company mission values, how to give back to the community, and bringing that to the team. And then we do a lot of surveys, finding out what is it that the team wants. It's super important to know. We also have scorecards, so they know how they're doing based on their expectations that have been set for them. What is that measurement? Where do we need to improve, or where are we doing great? Some of those values of the old-fashioned, the older rules, are still the foundation, but with the fun, like George said. I think that's the one thing that all of this has given us, because everybody's gone through so much in their life. I mean, we created the phrase of walking down the road with people, and that's what our supervisors have to do, is listen to the employees. What are their needs? Help them grow, and help them contribute to the community, especially the Zoomers. They really want to give back to that community. So I think that's really is just listening, everybody being face forward towards the mission, the values, and how do we give back is really important. And how do our employees grow? Because they all want to grow.
Thank you. Okay, Abigail, what does diversity, equity, and inclusion mean to Mission?
It means a lot to us. Diversity is really, really important to us. There is something so special about having a group of diverse folks all charging towards one goal, that's where growth and innovation really, really happens. So this is big for us. We set diversity goals for the entire company, and we track our progress on a monthly basis. It's important to do that because if you're trying to make a big change from a diversity perspective, it does not happen overnight. So patience is also important. But we are actually moving forward. We're going to try and we're going to get a little bit more granular with it. We're going to try and set some diversity goals for our departments as well. And my talent acquisition team, we are consistently talking to our hiring teams about diversity, what our pipeline looks like, just to make sure that we're keeping it top of mind. We also look at pass-through rates in our interview process, right? So what I mean by that is, hey, is there any concerning data that I'm seeing here? Are only white men making it past the hiring manager screen, as an example? That's something that we can immediately address. Which is also important. We need to make sure that we're correcting any concerning behavior that we're seeing in that regard. We also ensure that anybody that interviews candidates for mission undergoes our unconscious bias training first. We just, everybody has biases. We want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to combat those. From an equity and inclusion standpoint, we do our best to ensure that our teams feel safe and feel like mission is a place that they can come and be their authentic selves. We provide training, internal promotions for our team, so we certainly can create leaders within our organization, which helps from a diversity standpoint. We also recognize a rotating calendar of holidays. So as an example, back in March of this year, we celebrated Holi, which is really cool. We have employee resource groups that are employee-led and allow our team members to engage with each other a little bit more in a different setting. We also provide space for those ERGs to showcase the different cultural events that they might have going on within their group and share it with the rest of the company, because we all have a lot to learn still.
All right. And George, sticking with the important topic of DE&I in the workplace, how is your company addressing diversity, equity, and inclusion internally?
Yeah, good question, Stacy. And, I think our CEO, Adam Roth, probably sums it up best. Diversity is a natural complement to two of our company's core value statements. And those statements are honesty, ethics, and integrity guide our behavior and decisions, and respect the dignity and worth of every individual and act accordingly. So what we've done at Roth Staffing is we've taken our values and we're intensifying the focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we've started coworker resource groups. We have established 4 coworker resource groups so far to create a sense of community as well as build allyship with each other. We launched our belonging training series, which is uniquely crafted video curriculum with follow-up discussion, questions on the hard-hitting topics we're faced with today. We also have our monthly DEI newsletter, which brings additional awareness to a variety of subjects. But for me, one of my favorite programs that we have is our RAD days. And the R stands for relaxation. We want our coworkers to take days off just to relax and, get their mind straight. Then we have awareness days, which are focused on diversity and inclusion. And finally, doing good things in the communities that we serve. So, we understand our DEI platform continues to evolve. It's very important to listen and learn. And, I'm excited to continue watching it, evolve it over the years here.
Fantastic. I want to be part of one of those RAD days. All right. Thanks, George. And I do want to stick with you for just a minute. Another hot topic is burnout and mental health awareness. What has your company done to address these workplace issues?
The importance of mental health and burnout, it's vital in today's workplace, Stacy. I mean, the first thing we must all do is listen and acknowledge it's okay not to be okay. And our CEO, Adam Roth, said that. And, we have an open door policy here at Roth to listen to our coworkers. And additionally, we offer the Calm app, Aptiv app, an employee assistance program, and our 980 schedule, which offers our coworkers every other Friday off. So that way they can focus on life outside the walls of work. So we have social gathering events outside the office to cultivate connection and belonging. And, at the end of the day, we don't want to run away from the stigmas of today's workplace, but rather run at them with solutions and empathy to engage the hearts and minds of our coworkers.
Fantastic. All right, Denon, George covered what Mission is doing for mental health awareness and burnout. From your perspective, how can managers remotivate employees when objectives have not been achieved, and how does this affect the company culture?
Thank you. Well, if an employee is an underachiever and they're not meeting their goals, it impacts the team that they work with. And so it's very important that you bring in that employee and listen to them, find out where they are, back to mission and mental health, see what's going on with them and why. The why behind it all is very important. And then I think resetting the expectations, and making sure that they're, that they understand what they're doing well and what they need to do, where they need to improve. That's where our scorecards help us do that, is have those really honest, just open dialogue conversations that are non-pressure, but really finding out the why. And as George said, you can hear the fun in the company that they have. They're creating this fun environment where employees we do the same with, playing games or having our lunches and lunch and learns, even with the carriers coming in, which they enjoy, making sure that they're not facing burnout, or just getting bored, especially younger employees, just putting them on a path, making sure that they hit those goals that they need to hit, inspire them is important. And then honestly, and if it doesn't work out, then helping them understand this might not be the right place for you. We're a fast-paced organization in our company, and it takes a certain stamina. And it's amazing how many young people think, used to think that insurance is boring, but it is not. It is fun. It's exciting. You're helping clients with, their major challenges and working with employees in beautiful ways of helping them with their medical insurance. And there's a lot of passion there that they feel, and that it makes them want to be on board and get back on board again. I think that's, what we try to do is inspire them back to be a part of the team and let them understand how they could be letting a teammate down, and letting the other teammates talk to them, having a group session where they can talk things through. And then they really helps them understand that they want to get re-engaged is the goal.
Thank you, Denon. I can attest that insurance is anything but boring. And Abigail, what makes Mission's culture different, and how do you keep employees happy and engaged?
Listen, I think that Mission's culture is different because we are willing to try things that are outside of the box, right? We are also now a 100% distributed company. So there are certain challenges that go with that. We do try to get together annually when it's safe to do that, of course. But some other things that we do, we provide flexible PTO to our people, which means it's unlimited, but we are going to track it. The reason we track it is because we will come and bug you and tell you it's time to take some time off. And I think that that's pretty unique. There's not a lot of companies out there that will do that. A lot of companies will say, hey, we have unlimited, and then nobody uses it because they feel like they'll somehow be penalized for it. So we want to make sure that our people know it's not only encouraged, it's important to take some time off. That balance is very critical. I would say we also offer team members support through wellness resources, mental health support sessions. We do some fun virtual activities. Mission's game show is next week, which I'm pretty excited about. Swag, we deliver snacks to our folks' front door. All of those things to make sure our people understand that they're important to us. They matter.
Fantastic. Okay, Denon and George, growth and career development is important to many employees. What does that look like today, and how can managers be supportive? George, let's start with you.
Well, I want to be on the game show with Abigail as well. So I know she's coming to the lip sync battles. So there's clearly going to be a trade-off there. But I love this topic, Stacy. And, I think the first thing we have to do when we look at growth and development is acknowledge that it doesn't look the same for everyone. For some people, it may mean a title change, a promotion, or an increase in compensation. Whereas to others, the opportunity to become a subject matter expert or take a class or learn about a different department at the company might be their desire for growth. So at Roth Staffing, what we do is we have our outcome management process. And that's a quarterly review where we allow our coworkers to express themselves and what they're looking for. So have meaningful dialogue about how they want to grow with the company or how they want to be positioned for success. We also define our career paths via the atomic system. So our coworkers know what the next step is. And we push our staff to be active as professional networkers as well and encourage them to bring educational seminars or event certification programs to our attention so we can help propel their career forward.
Okay, Denon.
Very good thing. Same thing, George. I like that idea. I think it's important for employees to see that they have a path of development. And again, everyone is completely different. We have a couple of young ladies here that really wanted to further, get certifications and license and designations. And luckily in our industry, we can offer a lot of that. And it's wonderful. And so then we go out and we celebrate them with a really nice dinner and some fun times together. But allowing them, whatever it is, some people it's community service. They really want to grow more in that and help give back. So, really letting that happen. I think every employee in our company has grown into, different positions, and many of them are in management now. So they tell their stories to the new hires so they can see that growth capability. And then with our account managers, we have the different stages that they grow up into, from a junior account manager and then getting their license to becoming an account manager, senior account manager, and an executive account manager. And so they really like that. And I have, again, another young lady that just blew right through them and just really exceeded because she was very motivated. So some people are comfortable in one. So everyone's different. It's listening, really just sitting down and listening to what they want, what they need, and what we need to, giving our supervisors the tools that they need to promote and that well-being and satisfy that growth that employees desire.
Thank you. And Abigail, feeding off supporting employee career development, what role does missions values play in hiring and performance reviews?
That's a great question. Our core values are really the foundation to everything that we do here at Mission. Be inclusive, accountability and action, continuous growth, strive for excellence, focused on our mission, and embrace life. And we use those core values throughout our interview process, actually. So I had mentioned our employee resource groups earlier. We have a values advisory committee, and that's one of our employee resource groups. And they actually conduct a very specific interview throughout our process to shake out whether or not somebody can adhere and really just bring to life our core values if they were to be hired on at Mission. In addition to that, at the end of a 90-day kind of trial period, when we have somebody new start, we do review and measure against how they are really living out our values. Beyond that, our team members' behaviors are also measured against our values during performance reviews. They are just absolutely a part of it. We also have a quarterly recognition program for team members who, are really exemplifying our core values in their day-to-day work.
Okay, so one last question for the group. What is the number one piece of advice you would give to managers to ensure they are setting their workplace culture up for success? And we'll start with Denon.
I agree that it is the mission, is really making sure that the managers speak, breathe the values and the missions to employees, set up expectations, making sure that they know what it takes to succeed in their positions. So It's really helping our managers understand as we work together the onboarding process with new hires, making sure they're onboarded well is very important. And then we keep that going on throughout the year with each employee and making sure the managers have everything that they need.
Thank you. And Abigail.
I'll agree with what Denon said. I think it's so important for leaders to kind of lead by example, if you will. I think that that's super important. But, I'll kind of echo again what I was mentioning earlier. Listening to your people is so, so important. Whether you're doing that with engagement tools, pulse surveys, maybe even it's a town hall session, give your people the opportunity to use their voice and then be willing to listen to it and try and actually implement something. And don't be afraid to try new things.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, George.
Yeah, I agree with you, Abigail. Care for your people, right? Roth Staffing engagement is everything. So it's not owned by one person, but instead by every coworker. So we conduct biannual surveys to gauge opportunities in which we can improve the coworker experience. And then we offer virtual coffee meetings with our CEO, Adam Roth, in which our coworkers are given the opportunity to help enhance the culture and bring ideas to the forefront. Additionally, we've created an innovation portal in which our coworkers can provide ideas on how to propel us forward. And at the end of the day, if you value the input of your coworkers and empower them to drive the culture forward, they will. So you just need to give them that chance. And I asked our chairman, Ben Roth, if he ever thought the company would be as successful and as big as it is today. And his answer was very simple yet profound. And he said, the day we stop finding people who are culturally aligned is the day we're going to stop growing. So thankfully, we continue to identify the talent necessary to drive Roth Staffing forward.
Fantastic. Well, that concludes our panelist session. Josh, back to you.
Thank you so much. We heard so much great information throughout this. Obviously, a lot of fun things to improve culture. You talk about the lip sync battles, the game shows. We heard, really important and great perks like unlimited PTO. And then we heard important things like growth paths and making sure that our employees feel valued and understood and that we work with them to develop their careers. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Abigail, George, Denon, and Stacy. What a great conversation and what an appropriate conversation for us to kick this off. Okay, now we're going to have some fun and we're going to go right into announcing our rankings. I'll tell you from an outsider's perspective and from a reader perspective, one of the most common questions we get from readers is, how are the rankings actually determined? And many of you on the call know, because a lot of you have gone through this, what I consider a pretty rigorous process to make sure that we get it right. What we do, the Business Journal, we partner with Workforce Research Group to identify the top companies. We look for those who are setting trends. We look for those who are redefining the employee experience here in Los Angeles. Workforce Research Group is responsible for the survey and then the analysis process. So here with us today to talk a little bit about what these companies have gone through is our longstanding partner and friend of the program, Peter Burke. Peter, welcome. Thanks for being here yet again.
All right. Hey, thank you, Josh. It's really great to be back here and kind of being part of this whole process. Even though we are virtual, it still could be a ton of fun, and we look forward to getting back in person in the future. Now, as we look back over the past several long and grueling years, one thing has remained constant in Los Angeles. The best employers did not waver in their commitment to providing workplaces where employees love to come to work. It is easy to be a great place to work when things are going well, but throw a 2-year pandemic into the mix and you have one of the toughest challenges any of us as employers have ever faced. This marks the 16th annual list of the best places to work in Los Angeles, which is awesome. The 100 winning employers doing the right things to keep employees interested, engaged, and balanced. Now, this year's evaluation brought some new and exciting changes and enhancements. Our firm, Workforce Research Group, as Josh mentioned, was selected to be the research partner for this program. We were very excited to introduce our new employee feedback survey to identify the winners. We wanted to know many of the traditional things that are used to determine engagement. However, we also wanted to introduce some questions about work-life balance and diversity and inclusion, as we talked about earlier on the panel, into that process. Overall, the new assessment of the participants confirmed recognition for many who have been on the list in the past, while at the same time introducing some very relevant measures that provided for meaningful and current evaluations. Now, this year, 20% of the evaluation was based upon what employers are doing for their employees. Some of the fun things being offered include free car seats for new parents, which I thought was pretty cool. Paint and sip Fridays. Well, I'll leave that to the imagination. And food trucks, which are a ton of fun. And receiving an extra day off on your birthday was pretty cool, too. Now, one of the winners takes the staff on Malibu wine tours. Now, this is my new favorite. I got to learn more about that. Now, the other 80% of the evaluation came from the 80-question employee feedback survey. The percentage of employee engagement, or what we call the core employee experience, for the winners was 94% for this group of winners. That is amazing, considering the national average is right around 35%. Again, 35% for most organizations, 94% for this group. Can I get a whoop whoop? Okay, couldn't hear it, but I'm sure you all did. Now, participation in this program was free. However, all participants could purchase access to the workforce feedback the workforce feedback data dashboard for a small fee. This is our state-of-the-art reporting portal that allows each organization to understand their workforce better. Please be sure to check that out if you haven't already. Now, it is important to emphasize you are not here by accident. You have been very intentional and committed to your efforts to create great places to work. You have had a huge impact on your employees, your employees' families, your customers, and the communities you serve, which is awesome. You did it. Your brand as an employer is as strong as it's ever been. You should be really, really proud. This designation will help you win the battle for talent. It'll help you reduce turnover, and it put you in the best possible position to succeed in all facets of your business. I am super thrilled to be here. Thanks for letting me kind of share that with you. Congratulations. And here we go on to the countdown. Josh, back to you.
Thanks, Peter. It's so great to see you again and have you here in Los Angeles joining us once again. We've been doing this for many years together. Thanks for all your great work. All right. So each of the companies, as Peter mentioned, nobody here is here by accident. It's because of a lot of work, a lot of effort that goes into it. At the end of the day, we rate the companies in 8 different areas: leadership and planning, corporate culture, communication, role satisfaction, work environment, relationships with supervisors, training and development and resources, pay and benefits, of course, and then overall engagement. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to announce all 100 right now, broken up in 3 categories based on the number of employees, and with that, of course, employee resources. The smaller companies are going to go first, which are classified as having between 15 and 49 U.S. employees, followed by medium-sized companies with between 50 and 249 U.S. employees, and we'll then finish with the large companies with 250 or more employees. Let's get started. This year, we are recognizing 29 companies in the small size category. I'd like to welcome back Platinum sponsor George Panteras with Raw Staffing to present number 29 down to the start of our top 10. George, welcome back. Take it home.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. So let's start with number 29 in the small category. Studio Other. During the pandemic, they organized outdoor activities and hikes or beach days to safely come together. Congratulations to number 28, Pacific Resource Recovery. They offer an additional holiday day each year for employees to take at the time of their choice. Congratulations to number 27, CGI Plus. One benefit package perk includes a 1-week company-wide recharge at the end of the year. Congratulations to number 26, ONS CPAs and Business Advisors. They honor team members with service and accomplishment awards. Congratulations to number 25, Infrastructure Factor Consulting Inc. They offer tuition and certification reimbursement, paid professional memberships, and external training. Number 24, Murphy O'Brien. They give employees the day off for their birthdays, send flowers, and celebrate when they come back into the office. Congratulations. Number 23, Luma City LLC. They offer quarterly incentives such as a wine trip to Santa Barbara. So make sure you invite Peter to that wine trip. Number 22, Miller Inc. They offer quarterly happy hours and Friday lunches. Congratulations. Number 21, Ad.net. Their healthcare benefits include pet insurance, auto and home insurance, commuter benefits, and more. Number 20, Freight Right Global Logistics. They offer flexible remote work opportunities, including international. Number 19, California Home Builders, a division of Evenheim Industries. Employees receive the day off on their birthday. Number 18, LBW Insurance and Financial Services. They offer unlimited free telephone consultations with employee assistance program counselors available 24/7. Congratulations. Number 17, Gerber Kawasaki Wealth Management. In addition to healthcare, 401k matching, and work from home options, they provide reimbursement for fitness. Number 16, Bark Bus. They offer CPR training and online training courses. They also reimburse for external seminars. Number 15, Gish Seiden Llp. They provide training for all software and provide education for CPA license renewal. Number 14, Rising Realty Partners. They host a mini happy hour where they toast champagne to recognize large accomplishments or milestones. Number 13, Covington Capital Management. They acknowledge birthdays at staff meetings, and before COVID, they would bring in pastries and gather in the office. Number 12, Denon Simpson Insurance Solutions, LLC DBA Montage Insurance Solutions. They pay into their employees' 401k through a profit sharing program. And lastly, number 11, Desa Bio Consulting. Employees regularly enjoy social activities, firm-wide trips, and events, and unlimited PTO. Congratulations.
All right. Thanks, George. You know, before I go into our top 10, I don't know if anybody else is paying attention, but I love looking at all the logos to see the creativity in some of these marketing departments. Not only are they great companies to work for, but they're very creative in how they incorporate the design into their industries. Kind of interesting. All right. So this brings us to the top 10 best places to work in Los Angeles in the small business category. To announce our top 10, I'd like to welcome back Diamond sponsor Stacy Hubbard with Marsh & McLennan Insurance Agency. Stacy, welcome back.
All right. So coming in at number 10, we have 11, Recruiting and Consulting Services, LLC. They host team building events that include activities like bowling, escape room, batting cages, and all kinds of sorts of other things. And then we have number 9, Structural Focus. They have a professional development and career advancement plan for each staff member and pay for exam reviews, courses, and exams. And then we have congratulations to number 8, Miracle Mile Advisors. They provide resources for physical well-being, often conducting group workouts and food seminars to promote a healthy lifestyle. And in at number 7, we have Universal Metro Inc. They have summer outing events and invite their employees to bring their families to play games, win prizes, raffles, and just relax and, of course, eat. All righty, and congratulations to number 6, MK Partners Inc. They fund employee certification tests, and employees are encouraged to pursue certifications along any avenue of their interest. Okay, so we made it to the top 5. So number 5 is Starter Co. Their employee assistance program provides confidential and free counseling support to all employees. And congratulations to number 4, Mirror Digital. They provide continuous training, and managers frequently allow shadowing in high-level meetings. And then we have number 3, Connect Agency. Employee 10-year anniversaries are celebrated with a $5,000 travel credit to employees for a trip of their choice. I would like to do that one. Their Vice President of Operations, Tara Lopez, is here to join with us today. Tara, we'd like to invite you to say a few words.
Well, thank you so much, Los Angeles Business Journal. We're extremely excited to be recognized as the best place to work in Los Angeles for the 8th year in a row now, and thrilled to be part of the top 3 this year. So thank you so much. Really at Connect, we do take immense pride in cultivating our workplace culture and our team in order to make sure that this is a place they want to be. Not only as an exciting place to work, but it's an agency who truly cares for our employees and really the whole employee, not the employee just at work. So we're always striving to provide our teams with a creative, inclusive, diverse workplace with benefits and perks that employees actually want and use. So really, thank you so much. And it's really is an honor to be a part of the list again.
Okay, Tara, Connect Agency makes this list year after year. So tell us, what is your secret sauce?
Our secret sauce, I would have to say, is really listening to our team, finding out what they want, making sure that our benefits and our perks and our culture match the demographics of our agency, and continuing to evolve that year after year as our agency continues to grow and our team changes. So really making sure that we are providing a workplace that our employees want to be at.
All right. Thank you, Tara, and congratulations. All right. And now on to number 2. Best small company is Northwestern Mutual, West Los Angeles. They offer opportunities to continue education at no cost to their team members. Kira Spiesman, Operations and Media Manager, is here. Kara, we'd like to invite you to unmute and say a few words.
Thank you so much to everyone who worked so hard to put this event together. We're so honored to be a finalist for this award. Number 2, it's such a privilege. At Northwestern Mutual West Los Angeles, we pride ourselves on having a culture like no other. We're firmly committed to helping create exceptional financial security, personal growth, and business success for our clients and our communities. Whether it's diversity events or events to create a culture outside of the office, it truly is a special place to work. So thank you.
All right, Kira, I'd like to know, why do you feel that Northwestern is a great place to work? And more importantly, what is your favorite part?
That's such a great question. I think there's so many different aspects that make it such a great place to work, like the culture coming in. Some people are hybrid. I come in every day at the front desk, which is super exciting. So just seeing everyone coming in with a smile on their faces, excited to work, excited to socialize at work. And then I think my favorite part of it, we do Women of West LA events, which I'm so lucky to be a part of planning. So it's really awesome to kind of showcase all the women in the finance industry, because sometimes they're harder to come by. So it's just such a great company.
Thank you, Kira. All right, it is time to reveal the number 1 best place to work in small category. Number 1 goes to Boutique Recruiting. They offer employees 2 weeks off at the end of the year for the holidays. Joining us is Director of Account Management, Nicole Killar. Nicole, welcome.
Hello, thank you so much. What an honor. Number 1, how exciting. Well, first off, on behalf of everyone at Boutique, thank you so much to Josh, the LA Business Journal, for this award. LA is one of our biggest markets, and we know so many companies were in consideration. So this is truly a huge honor. Our culture and our people really are everything to us. And I want to give a huge thank you to our founders, Inessa and Seema, who are actually sisters, and have maintained a family-like culture for our company. Even though we've grown so much, we really are one big boutique family.
Okay, Nicole, were there any initiatives or actions taken in the past year that you think specifically contributes to your number one ranking?
Yeah, we definitely have expanded nationwide, which was a big part of our growth. And with that, in 2022, Inessa and Seema launched a brand new benefits package, showing how much they truly care about their employees. We get 100% of our benefits paid for health insurance. We get house cleaning services once a month, which I don't know how I lived without that before. We get student loan reimbursement, a hybrid work schedule, unlimited PTO, and then those 2 weeks between the holidays off.
Fantastic. I want the housekeeper. Okay, so congratulations to all of our winners for small size company category. Josh, back to you.
All right. Congratulations to all three of our top three in the small category, and then all 29 in that category as well. As we stated earlier, just to be on this list is quite an accomplishment now more than ever. So congratulations. All right. I'd like to welcome back platinum sponsor Denon Simpson with Montage Insurance Solutions. By the way, congratulations on your ranking as well. She's going to announce the first 2/3 of the medium category. Denon.
Thank you so much, Josh. It is so exciting to be a part of this experience as a sponsor, number one, and then also making the list. It means so much to all of us. We're thrilled. So thank you for that. Montage, we pride ourselves in being a very unique brokerage firm. We're a consulting firm, and we are fast and furious. And we do a lot of wonderful, fun things for not only our staff here, but also a lot of health fairs and events and things that we put on for our clients and making their experiences special as well. So that is super exciting. So I'm going to carry on here with the medium category. So number 34 is, are you going to show them as you did before? There you go. Number 34 is Integral Group. They offer employees 15 weeks of paid parental leave for families who experience birth, adoption, or foster care placement. Number 33 is Whittier Trust Company. Their CEO provides a bonus twice a year for employees to take a trip or buy a special gift. That's nice. And then number 32 is Secor. And that is every week they host a happy hour in the office to celebrate the end of the week. Probably in all their accomplishments that they've done for that week. Number 31 is Amplis Group. Team members receive a gift on their first, third, and fifth year anniversaries. Number 30 is Origin. They give employees time off for child-related activities, such as enrolling your child in school or to participate in the school or child care provider activities. Number 29 is Reigns Feldman Llp. They host firm-wide parties, one in the summer for all employees and their families, and the other one is in the winter holiday party for all employees. Sorry, there's my clock. Let me take that off. Number 28 is PagerU. PragerU, the company matches up to 6% of the employee's monthly contribution to their 401k. Congratulations to all of you. Number 27 is Magic Links. When new employees join, they establish an onboarding plan to aid in clarifying goals and objectives during their first quarter with the company. So they do a great job in onboarding, it sounds like. Number 26 is Guru Glass Inc. Their Employee of the Month program. It gives the winners a coveted parking space, certificate, gift card, and newsletter announcement. Number 25 wins. The firm conducts health and wellness fairs, which of course I love. Congratulations on that. Yoga classes and offer intermittent massages for stress relief. Number 24 is Morley Builders. Every year, 15 employees nominated by their peers receive a President's Award of Excellence and $500. Number 23 is Signature Estate and Investment Advisors, LLC. Each January, they recognize a team that has done extraordinarily well the past year, and they reward them. Number 22, Morton Wealth. I guess there's health and wealth, right? They have a mindset coach meet with the leadership team to assist the team with development and communication on a regular basis. Number 21 is Pbs Engineers. They offer an executive mentorship program based on performance, drive, and interest in becoming an associate or higher. Number 20, Normand and Associates. They host their annual luncheon holiday party at a high-end restaurant with hors d'oeuvres, drinks, and delicious food. Number 19 is Mitchellman and Robinson LLP. They gift employees a MacBook Pro and bobbleheads for their 10-year anniversary. Number 18 is Greenberg Glusker LLP. And this year they will be hosting a GG Family Dodgers Day for employees and their families. How fun. Number 17 is Hoffman Brown Company. Each quarter, employees who achieve milestone years are given a gift for the length of their service. Congratulations. Number 16, Automotive Credit Corporation. They have a yearly trip where they take the top 10% of each department as well as their driven winners to Cancun. Now that sounds like fun. Moving right along to the top 15 medium-sized companies. Number 15, the Wound Care Advantage. They host a virtual team hike where they challenge employees to walk an equal distance of a local mountain trail for prizes. Number 14 is Bamco. They offer a mentorship program and educational reimbursement for employees. Number 13 is Liquid 4. They have season tickets to the Crypto.com arena for their employees to attend LA Kings and Clipper games. Number 12 is Golden Star Technology. They host an annual company-wide trip over Memorial Weekend in cities like Las Vegas, San Diego, and Palm Springs. Number 11, Goatsman Group. They provide salary employees premium compensation for overtime hours and give annual merit increases. All right. I'm going to hand it off to Stacy to announce the top 10 of the medium category.
Thanks, Denon. Let's unveil the top 10 best places to work in the medium category. Number 10, we have Signature Travel Network. Every January, they recognize and celebrate a team that has done extraordinarily well in the past year. And then we have Number 9, Seek Capital LLC. They host a beach house summer party in Malibu, and on Fridays they have ice cream trucks, aka drinks served at the office. I want to join that one. Okay, and coming in at number 8, we have Bolton and Company. They have a mentorship program to help employees develop their skills, build their network, and gain advice as they grow in their career. And coming in at number 7, we have Howard Building Corporation. They allow employees to bring their dogs to work twice a year. And congratulations to number 6, Northwestern Mutual, Los Angeles. They frequently host events like sip and paint nights, happy hours, and themed annual staff appreciation barbecues. And so now we're off for our top 5 in the medium category. And number 5 is Sabot Holdings, Inc. This year, they switched to an unlimited PTO policy and offer a hybrid schedule. And congratulations to number 4, Carlin, Hura, and Lasota LLP. Employees get the day off on their birthday and are sent a gift from the firm. And in at number 3, we have Dermavant Sciences, Inc. They allow employees to participate in community service during normal business hours without losing pay or using any of their vacation time. Their CEO, Todd Badolkanik, oh my goodness, I know I butchered that, is here with us today. Todd, we'd like to invite you to say a few words.
So I'll say it's Todd Zavodnik, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks to the LA Business Journal. Thanks to everybody. We have, so at Dermavant, we're a clinical and commercial stage biopharmaceutical company. We've grown from 20 employees 4 years ago to currently today 262 employees across the United States and Europe, as well as Canada. And for us, this was a big year. May 23rd, we received FDA approval for VTAMA, tapinarof 1% cream for psoriasis patients suffering from mild, moderate, severe psoriasis. Really why that's been big for us is that it's a non-steroidal preparation when you have a market that people have just suffered for so many years. We're studying eczema down to the age of 2. And we just have values in our company that are based off heart, mind, and soul. We have people that are poured their life getting this molecule to the marketplace. And I'm actually calling in from Michigan, where I spent a lot of time with a lot of patients, both experiencing this medicine today, talking about their life-changing, experiences. So for us, thank you for having us. It's been a great time.
Todd, as we just mentioned, your team has community service days available. How has this impacted your culture? I think at Dermavant, I have the opportunity to, in a startup in the pharmaceutical world, is we handpick everybody based off sort of what I would say is high IQ, high EQ, and this grit because of the amount of work it takes to get things done across the finish line with the FDA in this country. That said, it's the balance. When we talk about our values of heart, mind, and soul, it is the heart. Dermavant is where we were, but not our life. And the ability to give back to people in our communities, where our offices are in Long Beach, in Dallas, Fort Worth, and in Morrisville, North Carolina. It is special for everybody to kind of pause, give back to the communities in which they live. And for us, it's part of the fabric of who we are, and it's embedded in our values. Thank you, Todd, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
All right, up next, number 2, the Penta Building Group. They host an annual beach party for employees and their families, and even their little fur babies are included. Joining us is Paul Detmer, Director of Los Angeles. Paul, please unmute so you can say a few words.
Thanks, Stacy. Thanks, everybody at the Los Angeles Business Journal. This is a great award every year and something we're extremely honored to receive. And on behalf of Penta and myself receiving it, I'm extremely honored to be a part of it. I do want to say a few quick thank yous to Jeff Eric Canalber and Blake Anderson. They're the original founding members of Penta that started the company in 2000, 22 years ago. And they built an amazing foundation to build our culture from. And then on to the second thank you, our executive management committee, as part of the company, there's 10 individuals that make it up. They've really taken it to the next level on the culture and really focused on the people, something that we extremely pride ourselves in as being a people-focused company and building strong relationships. That's not only internal, but that's external as well to the vendors, subcontractors, and partners that we work with. And that value comes from a place of genuineness and really understanding who people are and relating to people and appreciating people. And that's what we want to build as a company. And that's how we build our buildings as well, as we value relationships and we really appreciate the people we work with. We don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk, and we live out our culture and everything that we do, from onboarding and understanding who people that are kind of going to come on board to the company, as well as just the execution side and the everyday operations we have in our company. So with that, I just want to say thank you to everybody, and it's good to see our names on the list again, and appreciate the time.
All right, Paul, tell us more about how Penta Buildings Group culture and how you keep your employees happy and motivated.
That's a tricky one. It's something that's ever evolving and constantly changing, right? It's the environment we're in. The past 2.5 years has been extremely complex. So it really comes down to our executive management committee. We have monthly meetings where the first conversation or the first part of every topic is, what does it do to our people? How does it benefit our people? And what will our people think of this as we talk about policies, as we talk about procedures, as we talk about shifting focus or market sectors or anything business related? It's always people centric first, and understanding what it's going to do to our company from a people perspective, and then we start to talk outward. So it's really focusing on the people and understanding that it's an ever evolving thing, and continuing the dialogue to really, one, show appreciation for our people, but listen to them and react in an appropriate way that is serving them and allowing them to serve others.
Thank you, Paul, and congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you.
All right, and now the number one best place to work in the medium category is Mission Cloud Services. They provide a flex stipend that team members can use to pay for mental health services as well as gym membership. I'd like to invite Abigail Hone, Director, Talent Acquisition, back to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Stacy. Man, number one, we are just so excited. On behalf of Mission, we are really, truly humbled and honored to be recognized with this special award, and with so many other companies on the list. It's just incredible. Big shout out to Los Angeles Business Journal for hosting all of this. And certainly, if you're not familiar with Mission, we are a top AWS Premier partner. We provide solutions for every stage of a business's AWS cloud journey. I would certainly also be remiss to not shout out our incredible leadership team, our people and culture team who really makes a lot of the cultural stuff come alive for Mission. And of course, our people. Thank you so much for this. We're just absolutely thrilled.
All right, Abigail, you spoke on the panel earlier about Mission's culture, keeping employees happy and DE&I. How do you use your employees' feedback to keep your culture alive?
Absolutely. That's a great question. It's everything. That is really how we kind of create our roadmap for the people and culture team on what we're going to try and achieve next. So we really do, again, we use a lot of engagement tools. We give people the opportunity to use their voice during our weekly all hands meetings. And we try and give them as many updates as possible of, hey, you've asked for this. We're going to work on it. It might take some time. So I think that transparency is really key, and certainly letting our people know that we hear them and that they matter.
All right. Thank you, Abigail, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Josh, back to you.
Congratulations to all of our medium-sized companies. You know, as I was sitting here listening, first off, I'm writing down ideas because I think there are so many great ideas to take away from this for our employee engagement. I heard a story, or I heard somebody mention Bring Your Dog to Work Day, and I started laughing because it reminds me about 25 years ago, I'm right out of college, and I'm at a company that decided to implement Bring Your Dog to Work Day. Every Friday, one person in the company gets to bring a dog in, and we did it on a raffle system. And so, of course, I drew, and I was the first one. I got the first Friday. And I had at the time, of course, I happened to have a 120-pound Rottweiler named Titan. So, you know, I bring him into the office, and everybody loved him, and there were no incidents. But that effectively ended Bring Your Dog to Work Day for the company. So maybe it's time to make right and take a look and revisit that in the future here. Wanted to share. I thought that was funny. All right, so we're down to our final category, the large companies. I'm going to announce 37 down to 11 before handing it down back off to Stacy to count down our top 10. All right, large companies, best ones to work for. Coming in at number 37, Macias, Genie, and O'Connell. They have biannual bonus opportunities and are known for regularly giving employees healthy raises. Number 36, Henderson Engineers. Given the success of remote work, hybrid work schedules, and full remote work are now long-term options for all employees who are interested. Number 35 goes to Corrigan. The firm hosts an annual work tenure employee celebration each January for anniversaries where monetary tokens of appreciation are given. Number 34, HED. They implemented a holiday stretch and office closure day policy that allows employees to take a 3 or 4 day weekend that coincides with the holiday. Number 3, Alston and Bird. Supervisors can recognize superior client service provided by employees with bonuses of up to $1,000 with their on-the-spot bonus program. I think that's really cool. I like that. Number 32, Children's Bureau of Southern California. Every Friday afternoon, staff can join a Zoom room to play a game together and also win gift cards. Number 31 is RSM US. Outside of being a fun place, they have competitive benefits, compensation, flexibility, and CDI programs. Number 30 is Centerfield Media. They provide employees with a free month of therapy and subscriptions to Headspace. Number 29 goes to EP Wealth Advisors. They provide their employees with EAP, as well as wellness apps such as Masterclass, 10Spot, and Modern Health. Number 28 is Build Group Inc. Build Group provides 100% coverage of monthly premiums for their employees and their dependents. And as we know, as in time of health crisis, this is invaluable. Number 27 is The Wonderful Company. They have a way of work program that recognizes teams for finding solutions to inefficiencies or problems that they discover in the workplace. An example of a reward, a free trip to Hawaii. I think that would certainly encourage people to look for inefficiencies. That's great. All right, number 26 is Mankind Corporation. They offer an annual stock award program to open to all employees, so employees of Mankind have an ownership stake. Number 25 is Avis & Young. In addition to the organization's healthcare benefits, they offer commuter and transit benefits, teledoc, and employee assistant program. Number 24 goes to Belkin International. Belkin offers employees great benefits from medical and dental to employee referral programs and education reimbursement. We've heard that making a comeback this year. All right, number 23 is Shamak Design and Construction. They host an annual company-wide award ceremony where they recognize staff for client service and for safety. Number 2 is Disco. They have a life celebrations Slack channel to announce birthdays and a work shout-outs channel to announce work anniversaries. Number 21, carparts.com. They allow employees to purchase stock at a discount and use payroll deductions to set aside money for the purchase of stocks. I love this one. All right, we're moving into the top 20, with number 20 being Plume Construction. Starting on their very first day, employees receive 11 days of personal time, 10 vacation days, and 11 holidays. If I'm doing my math right, that is 31 days from the get-go. That's impressive. Number 19, Protege. They host a weekly Where You At Wednesday event that includes wine tastings, sweet treats, and games on the patio. Number 18, McCarthy Building Companies. They like to kick off the weekend or close out a busy work week with Arcade Fridays. Number 17 is Protivity. They offer a formal mentoring program that encourages employees to self-select 2 to 3 advisors to sponsor their career development. I like that. That goes along with what we were talking about earlier on the panels about growth paths. All right, number 16 is W.E. O'Neill Construction Company. They have quarterly board meetings at venues such as surf days, pro sporting events, college football, and horse racing. That sounds a lot of fun. Number 15 is Pbs MHM. They provide luncheons, dinners, and snacks throughout the 2 tax busy seasons, along with many happy hours. Number 14 is CW Driver Companies. They host corporate events that include annual regional golf tournaments, yoga classes, themed virtual cooking classes, and more. Number 13, Matthews Real Estate Investment Services. They have an incentive trip for the top producing sales associates that includes a luxurious trip to Mexico. All right, number 12 is P2S Inc. They offer flexible schedules, generous paid time off, and exciting company events in and outside the office. Number 11 is Vaco. Vaco has a structured career path plan that explains exactly how each employee can achieve their next advancement, something we'd like to see more from companies. All right, we are down to our top 10 best places to work in the large category. Please welcome back Stacy Hubbard to count it down. Stacy.
Okay, coming in at number 10, we have Marsh McLennan Agency. That's us. We offer a Blue Board Award experience for our employees where recipients are rewarded with a fully funded experience of their choice. Okay, and coming in at number 9, we have Buckalter. In recognition of veterans, they offer all veteran employees an additional paid holiday. And then we've got congratulations to number 8, West Monroe. They have frequent office happy hours, all office pro sporting event outings, fitness classes, and food truck days. And then at number 7, we have Cressa. Several times a year, they get a suite at Dodger Stadium and invite the entire company. Number 6, we have Elderman. They practice early Fridays. They shut down their offices at 4 p.m. and during the summer, they shut it down at 3 p.m. And on to number 5, we have Ryan LLC. In 2021, Ryan closed their offices for a full week to celebrate their success in 2020 without asking employees to use any of their PTO time. And in number 4, we have Provida. Employees' perks include an employee stock ownership plan, an ESOP, a 401k match, paid sabbaticals, and 100% employer paid health care. Okay, and so now we are down to our top 3 in the large category. Coming in at number 3, we have Hks Architects Inc. They give a Nice Jobs Award with a $100 cash prize to employees who complete particularly challenging work assignments. With us here today is Scott Hunter, Regional Director and Principal. Scott, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here again. We love this program. Thanks so much to the LA Business Journal. I think, in today's remote work environment, our people's relationship to their job is a bigger question for all of us than it's ever been in the past. And I think what's really amazing about this program for me is that it's basically our employees talking about how they like to work for their company. And so while we do a lot of great things for our people, we obviously value their contributions and want to make sure that they're happy and engaged in everything that they do. Ultimately, it comes down to their happiness and their motivation to do something extraordinarily great and how we can help them do that. So this is a great program. So thank you so much.
So Scott, that cash prize has to be a very exciting perk for your employees. Can you elaborate more on its cultural impact?
Yeah, I think it's great because a lot of these awards are nominated by fellow employees, and someone will write up a profile of someone who's doing something extraordinary, and it gets reviewed, and it's a firm-wide award, and it's celebrated throughout the company. And so it's a very grassroots effort, and that makes it even more exciting for everyone.
All right, congratulations, Scott. And so moving on to number 2, we have Flowcast Inc. They host between 20 and 30 virtual social events each quarter, ranging from beer and wine tasting to craft classes and also cooking classes. With us today is Adi Heath, Senior Director of Human Resources. Adi, it's great to see you back this year.
Thank you so much. It's Addie. But yeah, I'm just so excited. This award is a big deal for us. We've made this list 6 years in a row. And for the last 3 years, we've been in the top 3. So I'm really excited to keep our spot in the top 3. So thank you to the LA Business Journal. But, thank you to our co-founders for creating this company a long time ago. For those of you who don't know, we do workflow automation for accountants, try to make their lives easier, and we hire a lot of accountants. So if you're looking, come find us. But our people mean a lot to us. That picture that we have right there is actually us celebrating our a milestone a couple years ago, pre-pandemic, with having a carnival. And it was so fun. So people just mean the world to us. We try really hard to build a culture of, that's authentic and ambitious and empowered. And it obviously shows with, continuing to win these types of awards. So I really appreciate it.
Addie, in 2020, Flowcast was ranked number 3 in the medium category, number 3 last year in the large category, and this year you made it to number 2. What is your secret to staying on top of that list?
I'm just as amazed as you are, but I think it's being authentic. Like I said, just trying to really care about employees and show up and mean it. We pay 100% of healthcare for the employees, their spouses, and dependents, which I think is a big deal these days. When the pandemic hit, we flipped to remote first and allowed everybody to choose to live wherever they want, and we didn't cut their pay. And I think that spoke very highly to, we value your contributions rather than where you live. And so things like that, I think our employees really appreciate, and obviously the virtual social events and the fun things. But we are building something really great here. Our product actually solves a problem. So I think that helps us a lot too.
Perfect. Thanks, Addie.
Thank you.
Okay. And the number 1 best place to work in the large category is Roth Staffing Companies LP. They hold an annual Chairman's Club for top performers, meeting where workers and co-workers, plus one of their guests, wins a 5-day company-paid trip to Hawaii. I'd like to welcome back my fellow panelists, George Penteras, Market Vice President, to say a few words.
Thank you, Stacy. We're absolutely honored and humbled to be named Los Angeles Business Journal Awards Best Place to Work in the large categories. So I want to thank the Journal first off for this distinction, and tell you a little bit about Roth. We were founded in 1994 by our chairman, Ben Roth. We're a full service staffing firm that services administrative, finance, legal, and technology staffing. And our team is driven by a strong company culture and our promise to create remarkable experiences every person, every time. So this recognition just reaffirms our commitment to that promise. I want to thank all the Roth coworkers who made this possible, and to the Roth family. Let's continue to build on the great culture we have. And here's to many more years serving Los Angeles.
All right. George, you spoke earlier about what Roth Staffing is doing for DE&I and for mental health in the workplace. And clearly you are doing it well. Tell us more about how you built such a strong culture.
We want to engage the hearts and minds of our coworkers, so we listen to them. And I think that's the platform you have to give them in order to grow and be successful. So it's an open door policy at our organization, and a lot of our initiatives are driven by our coworkers. And I think that's what sets us apart. And again, we're honored to be recognized as the number 1 company to work for in Los Angeles. So thank you again.
All right. Congratulations, George, to you and the team. Josh, back to you.
Well, thank you so much. And how about just a huge virtual round of applause? Really amazing companies. I loved hearing from all of you today. I loved all of the ideas. This has been fantastic. I want to thank all of our sponsors and our panelists for being a part of this. Special thanks to George and Denon for helping just read off all these companies and all the great things that they're doing. Thank you so much to Stacy Hubbard with Marshall McLennan Insurance. We appreciate all of your support that you continue to give us on this event year after year. And again, lastly, to all 100 companies, congratulations to each of you. I think it says a lot. You heard Peter in the beginning talk about the 94% engagement rate on these surveys. And you took the time to tell the story of your company through the process. It's because of this feedback and because of all the great work that you put into it that you've each made this list. We appreciate the insights from our panelists and obviously the short interviews that we did with our top 3 companies this year. I know that your remarks have provided all of us with actionable takeaways that's going to be extremely helpful. For those of you who know somebody that would benefit from seeing this program that wasn't able to join us today, the entire digital version will be on our website in about the next 24 to 36 hours. And I want to let you know that we really do look forward to hosting you, hopefully, fingers crossed, in person next time. But until then, please stay healthy. Thank you all for inspiring us. Thank you for all that you do and for continuing to be a best place to work. Congratulations.